We're going to talk about night driving anxiety. The best thing I want you to understand is that night driving anxiety is real because I teach a lot of adults and a lot of teens. So this video will help you, and I want you to listen and learn. The first thing is you want to really make sure you have really good headlights. Good headlights could be headlights that are less than 5 years old. If you're driving a car that is 5 years old or older, I need you to replace your headlights because you want to be able to see as clearly as possible. It's called visual acuity. For instance, you're looking at this video right now, you should be able to see the white line to the right. Driving in North America, you should be able to see the broken yellow line. This means that we can change lanes if it's safe, but obviously it's not. You should be able to look ahead and see the traffic light. Next, clean your windshield. This windshield is about 85% clean. You want to make sure you have clean cloths, lint-free cloths, to clean the windshield inside and out. Now we have a double yellow line. This means we cannot pass. And then we are stopping at the stop line or stop bar. You should be able to see that line. This is a protected left turn. Night driving plays with your depth perception. It's hard for beginners to see. It's hard for people who have good vision to see. So you want to take your time. I have a blinking yellow. This means I can move forward, but I cannot turn yet. I'm going to wait. And you saw that car pop up out of nowhere. Okay, now I'm going to turn by the double yellow and then accelerate through the turn. If you look at those headlights, you will be blinded, so I need you to look to the right side of the road. That's called the edge line or fog line. Good headlights can cost anywhere from $15 to $35. It's a worthwhile investment. I highly suggest. And I'll put together a video on some proper headlights to buy if I was driving a car that's having headlights that are 5 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, because the bulb actually loses some of its brightness. And then before I would get out and drive, I would wipe off the headlights and the tail lights because you want to see and be seen. Now we're going around a curve. You should be able to see that. And I'm trying to look ahead. You should see that car with the blinker on. Now in this area, there are a lot of street lights, but in many areas around the country, you just don't have street lights. The municipality does not put street lights in the community, and that's a preference thing. It depends on what the people want in the community, because to put in lights, it is expensive. We're talking about balancing a budget and money. So I'm at 41 miles an hour. The speed limit is 45, so I'm a couple miles under. That's fine. And then there are a lot of bars here and sports arenas. You see all these cars just pulling out right in front of us. And then it plays with your depth perception. Do I slow down here? Do I slow down up there? A lot of beginners will end up slamming brakes. And then this is how we rear end someone. I used to drive to 12 o'clock midnight. And you learn a lot from driving adults and teens that late. You get tired, your eyes get dry. So that's something to consider. If you're going to be driving at night, you might want to get your eyes checked or make sure you have proper glasses on, because as you get older, your lenses in your eyes do harden, and it's hard for you to see. Cataracts do run in my family. It may have skipped myself and my brother. I'm slowing down real easy. this is a 4-lane road. I'm going to get over 1 lane. Okay, change to the left. And in this particular area, they take really good care of the pavement markings, so you should be able to see this really clearly. I don't have bright lights on, but this car is a 2024, so you can definitely tell with these high output lights that it really helps. So you want to come up here and stop for a second. We paused, we stopped, and then we complete our turn. And I'm going to go all the way over to the right and then accelerate out. I need to get over 1 more lane. It does take about 5 to 10 minutes for your eyes to adjust. I've driven a huge number of students and adults who have good vision, poor vision. I've driven a young lady who was legally blind, but she was able to pass the test. She had small little binocular type lenses, but she met the requirement. So now this is kind of tricky. We're making a right turn. A lot of beginners will just literally go straight and almost hit the gate. So we want to go in slow. You see that guardrail that's bent, right? Someone lost control. And we want to keep our turn short. Now here's where your eyes will be challenged. It's dark in here. Now, we have regular lights on. I'm going to turn high beams on. High beams, regular. High beams, regular. So these lights are that bright, and they're within the legal limit. I'll be finding some links to put in the description, but they're not. Oh, I got to get over 1 lane. You see how things pop up really easy? See, you really got to be aware. It tripped me up real fast. And there's looks like a track hawk. Yeah, I know my vehicles. And then we're going to be getting on to another road here. So I try to look ahead as far as possible. They're in a hurry. Crossing the white line. I'm cruising at about 47. And then you can see cars just cutting in front of me. And I'm right at the limit here, so it's not like I'm driving slow. I'm going to squeeze brake. It's not worth running the light because you'll get a ticket or get hit. And this is a huge bar night also. A lot of people are out partying and they're out here, and they're adults, they can do that, but we want to be safe here on the road. And some of you who are under 20, you're not out, you're home. Some of you over 20, 21, you're like, hey, I'm out. These lights, the timers are about 35 to 40 seconds. They're on timers. Okay. I always look at the intersections before I get up here because cars do run lights, and I'm not trying to get hit by a car. This black car is moving really slow, so I'm lifting my foot, and they're turning. So they gave me the blinker at the last second. Now this is kind of a long S-curve, and because I'm familiar with this road, usually the police hide to the right. They have a black or blue car, which is hard to see. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sign up there that is white. And then there's a blue sign underneath. They usually hide in between the building and the sign, and then they have the radar. I've seen it. Yep, that's a Gen 1 Mustang. Got the skinny tires on the front. They're trying to race and clown. We're not trying to do that tonight. People are always ready to race. I'm not against that, but let's do it at the racetrack where it belongs, not on a main road where People can get killed. If I can maintain my speed, I'm going to make most of the lights. I got over because that semi-truck is coming off the expressway. I just want to have room in case the driver doesn't stop. And that's a defensive thing I wanted to show you. I like to stay in the two middle lanes. I can see traffic from the right coming out. I can see traffic from the left coming out. So my peripheral vision and then my central conic vision, I can see. And the next thing I want you to learn, you've got to look around. You don't want to stare at anything. I don't want to stare at that Mustang with the skinny tires on the front. You know, drag radials on the back. I see all the green lights, but I'm looking ahead. And then when I'm driving with the client, I try to change lanes so we're not just driving. Straight driving is the worst thing you can do. So if you're if you're learning how to drive, you want to make sure your instructor takes you out at night, takes you out during the day, takes you out in the morning, takes you out in the evening. This person's just tapping the gas. It sounds like a horn. And they're scanning left and right. I'm looking at the edge of each driveway for cars, for people, for deer. You see those cars just come across like that? A lot of people will just shoot that gap. Police over there on the left, they're pulling people over. So we do not want to attract negative attention to ourselves. I'm trying to look ahead as far as possible for cars. A lot of people have the lens surgery, you know, once they're in their 20s. It can be very expensive. We had a teacher. I'm not going to slam brakes. See how that car drifted over in front of me? And then I'm going to squeeze brakes. And I almost lost the stop line. So this is a teachable moment. They're from another state. Looks like Missouri. What does that mean? They're out of town driver. They could be lost. They could be tired. As you go along in your driving journey, you're going to be able to pick up how people drive. What type of headlights do they have? Are they sleeping? It just takes practice. You won't be able to learn everything in a few years. That's why it takes 10 years to really become a master at driving. And I'm scanning the intersection left and right. And that's looking, see a yellow light. And then once the light turns green, I just look left and right. I'm I'm lifting my foot because I do not want to tailgate cars. Go over one lane to the right. Squeezing my brake, and you want to keep space. A lot of beginners are tailgating, they're right on top of cars, and once they stop, then I'm going to get over. I'm going to get all the way over to the inside lane. In the wintertime, you won't be able to see lines and spacing. We'll do a lot of tutorials on that. And you want to turn into the nearest lane, keep your turn short. And this has several roundabouts that I'm going to take you on. I want you to see this so you know how to navigate safely. So we have a broken white line. This means you can change lanes in either direction. Every headlight has a Kelvin rating on how bright it is. And then what we'll do on Friday or so, we'll go to the auto parts store, and then we'll talk about headlights and getting those proper things to really help. So I'm lifting my foot. The speed limit is 50. I'm at about 44 miles an hour right now. I could go 50 if I want, but I like to be smooth and easy. I'm at 47. And this is the base package. This is not the high output engine, but now we have some roundabouts. So I'm going straight through. So I do not have to signal my intention, but I want to yield. So I'm going to squeeze the brake. You see me slowing down. Let us look left and right. And then I proceed in, and I'm going to turn this wheel. Same thing here again. And more communities are doing these roundabouts, and they yield, go slow, and I'm going to turn slowly. I can really tell a difference with these headlights. Also, you want to turn your interior lights down. If your lights are too bright, it's going to put a strain in your eyes. You're going to get glare. So a lot of beautiful holiday lights here, but also the holidays can be a really sad time. I just want to acknowledge my cousin. She served in the armed forces, so I just want to say thank you for what you do. She was in it for 10 years in the Army. She also played professional basketball, so just thank you for your service and what you've done. And she also is an instructor. So the red car to the left is tailgating. There's no need for this. Just back off, have room, keep space. And a lot of people go extremely fast on this curvy road. Literally, you'll lose control. So they're tailgating like crazy. You should be able to see that to the left. And if I was driving the Jeep ahead of them, I would really be upset because it's just no place for that. I had to get over to the left, and then I use my blinker, and then I'm still leaving room. these winding roads are really good to teach beginning drivers how to have good lane positioning, how to have good speed control. I take clients on these roads, and it really focuses them on good speed, good lane positioning, good depth perception. And you want to make sure you have good wiper blades, and they ran the light. So that's a good practice not to do that. Sometimes lights pop up real quick. If you can stop in 3 seconds, you should. Don't go all the way up past the stop line. If cars are making a really sharp or tight left turn, they're going to hit your front end. I've seen some accidents before like that. I'm not scanning the intersection. Cars are moving quite fast here. So you can imagine if someone is walking or making a slow left turn, they're going to be T-boned and knocked into the telephone pole. And because I'm an instructor, I look at intersections differently. I look at speed of cars differently. I look at drivers differently. And this will help you understand, like they came in really fast in that turn. This is another protected left turn. We got a red arrow, so we can't go until it's blinking red. See, it's green. And I look, and then I go into the nearest lane by the double yellow. There's my turn. I can't believe how clean of a difference these headlights really impact driving. But many of you may not be able to afford a 2024 or 2025 new whip. Whatever car you have, you equip it with the best headlights, best windshield wiper blades. And in some cases, you may need to polish the inside and outside windshield, because over time, the sand, dirt, and grit, just like eyeglasses, if you buff them with dirt and grit, the lenses won't be as clear. So you got to take your time and really clean these lenses if possible. You see the solid line on my side, and then the broken yellow, that's for left turns only. You can only make left turns. The broken white line means we can change lanes from left to right. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I've had clients literally run lights this far back, and I have to hit the brake and say, what are you doing? Please do not get us killed. If you have time to slow down safely in 3 seconds, you should do it. This car does have auto shut off too, so it's really quiet. I'm looking at how does this car turn? How does this truck turn? Are they going to the turn really fast? Are they trying to run the light? I also look at angles. So look left and right, and I gradually pick up speed. Speed limit is 50. I'm right up to the speed limit, and I just lift my foot off the gas. This curve also gives beginners challenges because they're not used to looking ahead around a curve. I try to give a balanced lesson: right turns, left turns, 5 to 7. Left turns, 5 to 7, right turns, 3-point turnarounds, roundabouts, slow moving traffic, fast moving traffic. I need to get over one lane to the right. So accelerate up a little bit, and you saw me get over. Now, this is a really sharp curve. I almost lost control. You can see how fast things are moving. So you really got to be able to do multiple things at one time. Driving, it's a multitask. Then I'm going to go in the inside lane, and then I'm going to accelerate up. It almost felt like a racing turn, but it wasn't. And then there's the railroad track. You should be able to see the gate, the XX, the warning sign, so you want to look left and right. And we need to get over one lane to the left. And then we're back in the middle lane again. Sometime during the year, I may drive to 10:30, 10:45, but that's about it. I don't need to drive to 11. I couldn't stop here, so I want to maintain speed. This one, I'm going to maintain speed. A lot of beginners will start slowing down. I'm already here. Got the police over there. They busy. I'm going to get over one lane. Go ahead and get in this lane. All right, so there are a lot of things going on. The police posted one over there. We're not trying to stare at God. It's a party night. People are out here. Well, it looks like they're searching the vehicle, so I'm just waiting. We almost got hit here because I had a student pull out in front of a car. If I didn't hit the brake, we would have gotten killed. So what am I trying to tell you? When you are making right turns and you have a red, you got to stop first and look. And if you don't stop and look, it's automatic failure. We also had another client making a right turn, didn't look properly. A car almost sideswiped us on the left side. So it's serious out here. Thank you. Do an expressway merge. I want to show you some tips and tricks to help you. Also, I'll keep the car a little bit cool. If it's too warm, you're going to fall asleep. It's not like it's late. It's 10:43 Eastern Standard Time PM, but everyone goes to bed at a little bit of a different time. I usually get up about 5:20. So, and then this is where I merge in when the line is broken. If you get in too early, you will be marked down. If you get in too late, you'll be marked down. And a lot of beginners slam brakes. So we have to come up and stop. And for training purposes, I'm going to wait for the green arrow because I really want to emphasize safety. I looked. They're trying to race in that old 300. Little do they know the police are here. Okay, I'm gently accelerating up. Get over one lane left. As I'm making these lane changes, you should see the car accelerate smoothly through. Speed limit is 50 here. I'm about 48. In the blinking yellow, I have to make a left turn to get on the interstate. So I'm going to talk about that for a moment. Now, I want to turn on my left-hand turn signal. I want to merge in. I have to go up to the middle. It's really easy to go in the wrong entry. And then we're going to go in a clover leaf. They're going really fast here. So you see these chevron alignment signs? This means the curve is going around to the right, but they're on the left side. They're always on the opposite side of the curve that you're going on. It's a pretty good curve. You can see how the car is moving. And then you gotta push that gas pedal Get up to speed. That car is gone. I don't know if that was a BMW or Mercedes, but and then speed limit here is 70, so we're about 68. On your road test, they'll get you on and off the expressway. Quick and easy. We got the edge line to the right. That's that white line. We're driving in North America. The edge is always to the right. Edge line or fog line. And then this is the deacceleration line. This is where you lift your foot off the gas. I've had beginners going like here, like 70. So the chevron alignment signs are on the left. The curve is going around to the right. You should be able to see that. Now it's going to be opposite. Look at these signs. The chevron alignment signs are on the right. The curve will be going to the left. Then we need to make a right turn, so we want to stay in the inside lane. A lot of beginners just don't look at these signs. Look at the signs, look at the pavement markers. We're going to be in the inside right lane. I have to go up and stop. Pause, it's clear. I'm going to go into that first lane. And then I'm here. But I'm not sure whether these lights will change quick. I'm maintaining speed. A lot of beginners will wait for these lights, meaning they're going to wait for them to turn yellow or green, and then they panic. You should have saw that light go from yellow to red. And I pause. Cars' headlights today are much brighter. You can definitely tell. In some cases, they do blind you and irritate your eyes a little bit. So we want to make sure that we are being courteous to other people also and just taking our time. I look at how fast cars are turning. Are they trying to run the light? Are they coming into the turn smoothly? And then sometimes cars cut through the gas station. Is called avoiding the light, and that's a ticket also. Like that car ran the light. I'm turning my blinker. I need to make a right turn up here. Police is still over there. We don't want trouble, so we're not going to go over there. Some of you might go over there, but I'm not going. And I'm going to go slow, and you can see how smoothly. All you're going to do, if you make a really fast hard turn, you're just going to wear out your tires. And those tires need to be rotated. Good, we got back up to about 50. That's the speed limit here. Fast food places are also dangerous. We have Arby's. We have to go in and arches. People are sticking french fries in their nose. I'm serious. So you really have to watch those fast food entrances and exits. Got the king of chicken. Squeeze my brakes, and I'm looking for that stop line or stop bar. You should see that. Then I stop. My headlights are more pure white, the filament. This car to the left is a 2010 or 14 Impala. So the lights aren't as bright, and we can see much further ahead. So there is a difference. They're not going anywhere. They're just pushing the gas to push it. Watch all my videos. We'll be coming live tomorrow. Thank you.